Yeah, well, you can't see too much right now because it's a bit of a building site, but this is where the magic gonna happen, honch. It's gonna look good.
Cheap. Cheap, tasty. Big cool.
Alright, well, let's explore the whole blog thing because I like that. So put that also, we said, let's get a different colour up there. Things that we're going to explore into next week. I think this is the blogs. $1,500.
Wow.
It's a high ticket price, but the prizes are big.
Okay.
And it's an odds game. So, you know, you'll see it as and when the platform comes out. So we're going to announce our first winner once we sell 1,000 tokens.
Right.
1,500 is the ticket price. 1,100 goes into the prize pot.
Okay.
So you sell 1,000 tokens, you've got a prize pot of 1.1 million.
I see.
We're announcing our first winner.
Right. Once you sold 1,000 tokens.
1,000 tokens, they're going to win $1 million. Obviously, I mean, the first thing that I think we should probably start on, we had a little bit of a conundrum with you. This is like a little bit of a funny kind of behind the scenes thing. So the whole draw, that everything, you know, the draw that you entered, kind of reposed, tagged people in it. It was completely and utterly legit. Like when you entered the draw, you can kind of imagine we've got less than 1,000 followers at the time. Like, yeah, we've got a verified person getting involved. This is great. This is excellent for the company, for the brand. And then we did the draw, and you naturally won first time. There was no funny business going on. There was no, let's just give it to him because he's got the biggest following or whatever. He literally sat there for like, I don't know, half an hour debating, should we compromise the draw and just kind of do it again and maybe let somebody else win?
My first thoughts were, if we declare this as being the winner, it's going to look fake. Which
Definitely.
it is
100%
authentic. Everything about the names being put into the wheel of names. I pressed it once. The first spin was, and I was sort of like, if I spin it again, then it becomes unfair.
Exactly, and we debated whether to not do it because we didn't want that negative assertion cast on us that this is just some type of setup. And I think this is also a good opportunity to state, because I think that there will be one or two people, especially those that are following us on Instagram, they probably think we're going to announce all of our winners by potentially the same type of system, putting names into a little cheap internet spinning wheel, and that's the way that we're going to announce millionaires. That's absolutely not what we're doing. Like, really kind of adjudicated and serious randomized selection process. We don't even want to use a computer program because I think that there are elements of that can be potentially kind of gained.
Putting my marketing hat on, it is difficult, I think, you know, in that situation where we're just starting out. We're an unknown company. When it comes to things like digital raffles and all these type of things, there's going to be some scrutiny when there's a winner that has X amount of followers or someone who's even kind of, you know, got a high profile. But yeah, I think just going back on what you were talking about, Jordan, I think if we were to then respin the wheel, it compromises our own integrity by doing so. He won fair and square, and that's just how it is.
What we've kind of seen is a lot of people following us, but they're not fully grasping exactly what Goobig is, what our mission is, how we're going to go about achieving it, and all of these different types of things. So you buy a token, that token is valid for the entire competition. What the entire competition is a series of 59 draws that will happen in the course of achieving 1 million total token sales. And our real USP, our real kind of selling point is we want to be the first competition of its kind that crowns a billionaire. Yeah, man, that is beautiful. Truth vibrates at a certain frequency. You won't just hear it, but feel it too. Yeah,
what was the name of the charity again?
Dream Catchers.
Just tell us who you're speaking to now.
Say from Dream Catchers Academy, one of the charities that we're going to be supporting here. this charity, once her video starts working, she'll probably be able to explain better. But they give shelter and a dance school style education to orphans in Africa. You've probably looked at our Instagram and it's all very kind of like edgy, but the Instagram is going to kind of transition into a little bit more about kind of really what we're doing at Goobig, which is obviously the competition platform that we're launching, but a big part of also what we're doing is kind of the work that we're doing with charities, and so far we haven't spoken about that. The fact that people don't understand really the mechanics of how this competition works shows that we're doing things differently, because nobody's going to look at the National Lottery or Raffle House or BOTB and go, I don't understand what you're doing. We are doing something different. Watch the rate that this thing moves. Watch the people who were brave enough to buy in the first 1,000. Watch the people who were brave enough to then buy in the next 5,000. Watch as we announce these millionaires, and then, like I say, the narrative will shift. What we're looking for now is a partner to partner with on at least our first event and potentially future events, with the events being simply draws. In the traditional sense, in that it has to be randomized and a winner has to be selected in a very random fashion. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to put a real different spin on it. So we position ourselves as a lottery alternative. We want our draws to be a real kind of event, a real kind of concept event, something that's completely different than your traditional kind of prize draw situation, so ball out of a hat type situation. I definitely see this event as an opportunity to do everything that we've done on the Instagram, but on a much, much wider and more grandiose scale. Well, I mean, I don't need to read that 2 or 3 times. That is pretty fucking damning. So, put that in your pipe and smoke it down. You just spent about 200 grand developing apps that basically you might not be able to use. But again, listen, we are trying to do something damn hard. I'm putting my goddamn money where my mouth is time and time and time again. We are operating in a time where we're trying to build a company and a culture during a time when we are locked in fucking cages like rats and mice. We're in a world that people are frustrated that they can't do what they want to do. And that's even the story of fucking Goobig right now. Because the only reason why this thing isn't launched is because we can't do what we wanted to do. We've been the good kid in the corner with our hand up, sitting silently with all the answers for minutes and minutes and minutes. But the teacher just won't call us out. That's what's happening right now. That's the situation that we're living with. The whole fucking PSP situation. We're doing everything. We're playing by the book. We're packaging ourselves perfectly and all of this type of stuff. But we're just being sat in the corner and told to wait. It's not going to actually hold us down. It's just going to slightly trip us up, but it's not going to hold us down.
I'm not worried at all. These are just expected hiccups. Like even with any kind of, I think, tech startup, you have these things like that, and it's even harder in this grey industry that we find ourselves. We're not gambling, but we have to explain that we're not gambling. And I'm having the same problem myself, having to move from MailChimp now to this other provider. Just because like they're not reading that thing, they're just classing us as high risk. So it's just, we all got our own individual challenges in our own kind of expertises with this, and it's just, I'm not worried. I know it will go live. Like, it's just one of those things. It's not a journey unless you have those little moments, is it? So
right now, YouTube is our pivot to say, okay, we can work, but we can also communicate what's going on. So that's a key factor into giving us essentially more time, because we can, in the times that we're working and things not working, we can still deliver a message.
Yeah. We don't just go to sleep. We don't just disappear.
Jordan, can I ask a question just while we're here? Do we have a name for this? Is this going big? Is this going big?